Imagine facing one of the most lethal killers on the planet. A giant Cape Cobra, hooded, hissing, and ready to strike, with enough neurotoxin to kill an adult human in minutes. But you don't run. You don't have giant fangs, crushing weight, or razor-sharp claws. Your only weapon. The squad standing right next to you. This isn't a chaotic brawl for survival, this is a calculated, tactical operation, and together, you are about to force this deadly reptile into a full retreat. Meet the Meerkats. Weighing less than a standard bag of sugar, these tiny Avengers have mastered the art of conquering the harshest deserts on Earth. Their secret isn't brute force, it's absolute, flawless teamwork. But before this elite team can go on a high-stakes mission like staring down a cobra, they have to turn on their batteries. Welcome to the Kalahari. The night here drops to freezing temperatures, and for a creature with a hyper-fast metabolism and almost zero body fat, the darkness is a brutal challenge. In just one night, a meerkat loses up to 5% of its body weight. By sunrise, they are running on empty. To recharge, they perform their famous morning ritual. They face the east, standing tall to expose their dark-skinned bellies. It is quite literally a solar-powered wake-up call, especially crucial during the freezing winter months. Their day runs like clockwork, following a strict military schedule. Wake up, clean the burrow entrance from the shifting sand, sunbathe, and hit the foraging grounds. They rest in the shade during the brutal midday heat, forage again, and return to base exactly 1 hour before sunset. And here is a mind-blowing fact. While bats, darmans, or rabbits live in colonies, meerkats are the only carnivorous animals on Earth to live this way. A standard mob consists of 2 to 3 family units, totaling around 20 to 30 individuals, though a record-breaking megamob once reached 63 members. But a sunbathing mob is an easy target for eagles, hawks, and jackals. That's why, the moment the sun hits the desert, the first shift begins. One member of the clan climbs the highest rock or bush to act as the sentinel, the lookout. Before starting the watch, they emit a low, steady sound. Scientists call this the watchman's song. It tells the rest of the family. I'm on duty. I'm watching the skies. You are safe. Go get breakfast. To survive in this unforgiving environment, evolution equipped these little heroes with a full set of high-tech biological gadgets. Look closely at their eyes. Those dark patches aren't just for show, they are built-in, premium anti-glare sunglasses. Just like professional athletes painting black streaks under their eyes to block the sun, meerkats use these patches to stare directly into the blinding African sky. This allows them to spot a hunting eagle miles away, even when it's flying directly in front of the sun. And then, there are the digging tools. A meerkat's front paws are fitted with curved, rock-solid claws up to 3 centimeters long. Relative to their body size, these are heavy-duty excavators. Armed with an incredibly sharp sense of smell, they can detect prey moving deep beneath the heavy sand. In a single morning, a single meerkat will dig up to 400 separate holes. It's a relentless, high-intensity workout just to find a morning snack. While scorpions are their absolute favorite tactical target, these predators have a highly diverse desert menu. They relentlessly hunt down large spiders, venomous centipedes, and hidden crickets lurking beneath sun-baked rocks. Their powerful noses can track down fat beetle grubs buried deep within the root systems of desert shrubs. They will even raid low-hanging bird nests for fresh eggs, or chase down fast-moving lizards through the thorny brush. When animal prey is scarce, they use their sharp claws to unearth juicy plant bulbs and roots, which provide them with crucial moisture in the bone-dry desert. They even team up to corner and kill small, venomous snakes, utilizing their lightning-fast reflexes to dodge deadly bites. But despite all these options, nothing beats their ultimate favorite delicacy: scorpions. For almost any other small mammal, a scorpion's sting means agonizing death. But meerkats have developed a flawless hunting protocol. Step 1. Use lightning-fast reflexes to avoid the pinchers. Step 2. Instantly bite off the venomous stinger, rendering the scorpion helpless. And even if a young meerkat makes a mistake and gets stung, they have evolved a partial biochemical immunity to the venom. To a meerkat, a deadly scorpion isn't a threat, it's just a spicy breakfast with an attitude. To maintain perfect coordination across the entire squad, meerkats constantly communicate using a secret military code. Their complex vocal range features at least 25 distinct sound combinations, allowing them to pass precise information through the desert air. And this communication is vital, because every mob is ruled by an absolute matriarchy. In the meerkat world, the dominant female is physically larger, stronger, and commands total respect from the males. She holds a strict monopoly on building the family. A queen can have up to 4 litters a year, with pregnancy lasting just 77 days. When the pups are born, they are unbelievably tiny, weighing only about 30 grams, less than a single slice of bread. Because resources in the harsh desert are extremely scarce, the queen enforces a brutal, unyielding law. Only she has the right to give birth. If another female breaks this discipline and gets pregnant, the queen will fiercely banish her from the clan, and can even eliminate the rival pups to protect the food supply for her own lineage. It sounds harsh, but in the Kalahari, strict resource management is the only thing standing between life and starvation. This supreme kingdom isn't just a small patch of sand, it's the heart of a massive territory. A single family group controls an area of about 500 hectares, that's roughly the size of 700 football fields. The biggest, most powerful clans can claim up to 1,500 hectares. These borders are heavily guarded, and if 2 rival mobs meet on the edge of their territories, a furious, highly strategic turf war breaks out. Meerkats live in massive, complex underground megacities. While they are expert diggers, they often take over and heavily expand abandoned burrows made by ground squirrels or aardvarks. A single meerkat estate can feature up to 15 different secret entrances and exits, with tunnels plunging several meters deep across multiple levels. These aren't just simple dirt tubes, they are highly organized, functional homes. There are deep, cozy sleeping chambers where the temperature remains perfectly cool during the day and warm at night. There are safe, protected nurseries for the newborns. For the first 3 weeks of their lives, those tiny 30-gram pups stay completely hidden in the dark, safely tucked away from the dangers of the surface and the drama of the turf wars. And their shelter is nothing short of an engineering marvel. And, remarkably, they even have designated bathroom chambers to keep the living areas perfectly clean. To keep their cities pristine and prevent local predators from mapping their location, a clan will own several of these underground networks, packing up and moving to a new burrow every few months to let the old tunnels rest. When the pups finally emerge into the bright world after their first 3 weeks underground, they are the definition of cute. But the desert doesn't care about cute. To survive here, these toddlers need to get smart, fast. And that requires a very sophisticated school system. Meerkats are one of the very few non-human animals documented to practice active, intentional teaching. They don't just rely on instinct, they have a strict school curriculum. An adult mentor, often an older brother or sister, takes charge of a specific pup's education. Lesson 1. The mentor brings the pup a dead scorpion, letting them get used to the shape, smell, and texture. Lesson 2. Once the pup passes the test, the teacher brings a live scorpion, but with the deadly stinger already removed. The pup has to figure out how to pin down the moving target. Only when the mentor sees total confidence do they allow the pup to tackle a fully armed, live scorpion under strict supervision. This hands-on pedagogy drastically increases the cub's chances of survival once they graduate into adulthood. But even with the best defense, danger will find you. The Cape Cobra loves entering meerkat burrows looking for an easy meal. If a lone meerkat encountered this giant, it would be a tragedy. But a meerkat is never alone. Instead of scattering, the adults initiate their famous counteroffensive strategy known as mobbing. They stand shoulder to shoulder, arching their backs and raising their tails to appear twice their actual size. They begin a synchronized tactical dance, growling, darting forward, and biting the snake's tail. The snake wants to strike, but its brain cannot process 10 identical, lightning-fast targets moving simultaneously from every single angle. Every time the cobra turns to strike one meerkat, 3 others attack it from behind. It is an overwhelming sensory overload. Exhausted, frustrated, and vastly outnumbered, the deadly cobra realizes this territory is heavily defended, turns around, and retreats. However, meerkats aren't just fearless fighters, they are incredibly smart strategists. If the intruder is a massive, heavily armored monitor lizard that ignores their mobbing dance, they don't waste lives. The sentinel calls for an immediate, orderly evacuation, and the babysitters safely guide the pups through secret tunnels to an alternative megacity. They know exactly when to stand and fight, and when to look out for the family. The local people of the Kalahari call meerkats the sun angels, believing they protect the land from evil spirits. And in a way, they do. They prove that in the brutal theater of nature, you don't need to be the biggest, the heaviest, or the most ferocious creature to thrive. You just need a family that moves as one, watches your back, and never leaves a member behind. Next time you see a tiny meerkat standing on a rock, remember. You're not just looking at a cute desert animal. You're looking at the ultimate special forces of nature. If you want to join our tactical wildlife squad and never miss another operation, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the team.